Okay, so let's see. I guess we should see what's in the game box. So here, we'll play this, and then we'll be right back to start the game.
Write to me, Stickly, P.O. Box 963, New York City, New York State, 10108.
One stick.
Coming up next Sunday in the afternoon.
Two contestants. They'll compete to reboot a nostalgic Nickelodeon icon for a new generation. One will live, one will die. This is Stick Tank. Yes, we're doing a parody of the show Shark Tank, which I've never seen, actually. In the Stick Tank, two contestants will present a pitch for a new project for the former Nick in the Afternoon host, Stickly. Here's a clip, actually. I have a clip here to play you. Let me find it here. If you're not familiar with Stickly, this is Stickly.
And now, it's that time of day when you try to stomp Stick.
Whoa, hey, would you want the thinking cap, please? No, not the baseball cap, the thinking cap. Can we ever? Is there a... okay.
Today's stump stick is from E.J. Watson. Why did the man buy 2 ducks and a cow?
Why did a man buy 2 ducks and a cow?
I don't know, Stick.
I don't know.
Why, Stick?
Maybe he likes animals. I don't know.
Possibly.
How about because he wanted to play duck, cow?
Because he wanted milk and quackers.
Dough. Yeah.
I want milk and quackers too.
Stick, as you all know, he's the height of surreal and just good comedy. Good quality,
I love
smart
Stick.
comedy.
So good.
But yeah, that's Stickly. Okay, so first off, we had our buddy Michael Lucero. He sent in a big 6-minute pitch for this show. So what we're going to do, we're going to probably mute ourselves, lean back, and take notes. And he's the first contestant, so let's see here. We can go ahead and start with Michael's pitch right now.
Okay, this is Michael Lucero, here to pitch a reboot of
Hi, Michael.
old Nickelodeon character Stickly. Possible titles: The Short End of the Stick, Sticks and Stones, or my personal favorite, You Can't Hold a Stick to It. So the show is about 90s television icon Stickly. It's about his quest to find his place in the world. It's a comedy, but a very dry one, where most of the humor comes from the absurdist juxtaposition of a popsicle stick with the googly eyes dealing with existential life crises. So the pilot episode finds Stick at the beginning of his midlife crisis. He's unsatisfied with his job narrating commercial bumps at Nickelodeon, but he's soon fired by the board of directors there, and they tell him that they're surprised that he's managed to hang on to his job as long as he has. So he tries to get jobs at other children's television networks. Cartoon Network is only hiring for Adult Swim, and of course he doesn't want to work second shift. Who would? But he wants to get a job on the Star Wars show, but they are even less interested in old 90s television show gags. So he's unable to pay his rent. He leaves his apartment, and he hitches a ride on a Welsh Corgi. So that kind of reminds him of the old Nickelodeon show David the Gnome, in which a lawn gnome hitches a ride on a fox. So that resemblance brings him some
Anne-Marie
comfort,
just cheered.
but it's a
I'm obsessed.
comfort. So he rides around the city trying to recreate his favorite moments from old Nickelodeon shows. He sleeps in a dump in one episode, trying to bring back the wonder of real monsters. He gets a temp job babysitting, trying to look for the hidden wisdom and humor of babies from Rugrats. And he even keeps a journal, trying to recapture the nostalgic angst of Doug. So a mid-season subplot, which will last at least 4 episodes, revolves around his love interest, Stickina Stickowitz, who they fall deeply in love. And Stick even has a dream where they've bought a house and they're living a normal life with 2 kids. And the dream is an animated episode, experimental animated. But he's not, Stickley is not satisfied even with Stickina. So he leaves her. He's not willing to, provide the commitment she's asking for. And they part ways. So season 1 ends with Stick discovering a ice cream truck with a picture of a giant popsicle on the side. And he considers it a sort of mystical vision, calling him beyond the paltry selfishness of the American dream, and calling him into a life of meaningful engagement with something higher. So he seeks the bliss of belonging to a popsicle, and he knows all the while that he will have to sacrifice his own sense of identity to be immersed in and united with the sticky red sweetness. So season 2 involves his search for the maker, who is responsible for putting popsicle sticks into the right popsicles. The maker has hidden his identity, clues to his identity in various Nickelodeon shows, which he has to go back and rewatch. So the season finale will reveal this mysterious figure, played by Bryan Cranston, wearing a floor-length duster and steampunk-style goggles, for reasons which are never explained. So season 3 involves around the maker sending Stick on various nonsensical quests to prove he's worthy of his ultimate place in a popsicle. These tests of strength, intelligence, and character are designed to prepare him for the ultimate sacrifice of dying to self and being immersed in the popsicle, to be reborn as something greater. So halfway through season 3, Stickina returns and tempts him. She proposes marriage. She's been searching for him ever since season 1 when he left her. So she proposes that they get married, and he's tempted to abandon his quest. But of course he's the hero, so he stands strong, and he emerges doubly committed to his higher calling. So this becomes the experimental season, where the animated episode returns and several other gimmicky episodes as well. For example, there's the Muppet episode where all the characters, including Bryan Cranston and the Sticks, are Muppets. And also the computer animated episode. And my personal favorite, the old-timey silent film era episode, in which all the dialogue is presented as intermittent text-only screens. So, as usually happens with experimental TV shows, at this point, this is probably where the show gets canceled, unfortunately. So, there it is, my pitch for You Can't Hold a Stick to It. So that's the story, and I'm sticking with it.
Amazing. Absolutely
Michael
amazing.
Mazzaro.
Yeah, great stuff, man. All the way around. But I'm not going to really weigh in on exactly what I thought about it yet, because this is a competition, and contestant 2 is up. Anne-Marie. Yes, Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie is going to be pitching me on her Stickly reboot. So let's go.
My Stickly reboot is completely different than Michael's reboot.
Good. That'll make it easier to judge.
Or harder. Could be. I am going to cash in, if you will, on a genre that is near and dear to my heart, and that would be competition reality.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel that Nickelodeon has explored this enough. So what we're going to do is, before the season gets started, they are announcing that this new show is starting, and they're asking for everybody to submit songs that they love from any time, genre, etc. Diversity is encouraged. Then each episode is going to have a different genre, and all the songs from that genre are put in an envelope and put in a fishbowl or a spinny thing, depending on how many there are. Whatever. You got to play with what you got.
An empty popsicle stick box.
An MC pop. Yes, they unwrap them. And then whatever they get, they have to produce the music video and sing the song. We watch the behind the scenes, how they're learning it, how they're doing everything, and then the end of the episode is the video.
The video.
So we're watching all the behind the scenes, the tension. I can't learn the choreography. Oh, what was that word again? I'm not as good as NSYNC. Things like this. And there will be a panel, of course, to vote whether or not it was good. And of course, if it's bad, Stick gets slimed.
Fair enough.
Because that's the way things go.
Okay, so just because I might have missed it here, where is Stick in all of this? Is he's the
Stick is the lead.
He's
Stick is the star.
Oh, okay.
Stick is the one he chooses, and he has to be like the lead singer or the solo artist. Like
for a second, I thought he might be like the Tyra, but then if he's punished or whatever, so yeah,
it's more fun if he's
in
the
the
lead.
mix. He's in the mix. Okay,
because we want him to be Madonna and doing Vogue or doing the YMCA. We want Stick to be doing the comedy. Be Frank Sinatra and fly me to the
Thriller,
moon.
you could call it Stickler.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then finally, the season finale episode, Stick has to perform an original. He has to through all this, take the what he's learned over the entire season, however long. It's probably going to be a British season, let's be honest, 6 episodes. But he has to write and produce his own video.
I like it. Maybe do a single for Write to Me, Stickly.
Yes, yes. Something using the jingle. Maybe the jingle is where that people submit their songs. We, bring back the jingle.
What's the show called?
I didn't quite.
You didn't get the.
Quite. It didn't. I'm open. I'm open.
That's
I
fair.
can be flexible with the network.
Okay. Let's see here.
Please, feedback.
I like it overall. I mean, I kind of want to.
It's not your genre.
It's definitely not my genre. What kind of drama would play out here? Like, because I mean, they thread narratives through reality television,
Well, of course,
intentionally. So, what kind of drama would Stick be dealing with? On the show, like
background singers and background dancers. Hello.
Oh, just
have you ever? I mean, NSYNC pretty much broke up because Justin Timberlake was the star, and then you've got the guys in the back doing funky things with their hair and doing really bad movies, trying to become a person. You have that tension.
Yeah.
You have that tension on set. Maybe somebody purposely twists an ankle during the final performance so that Stick gets slimed.
I like that.
Something like that. We have the dance coach has to come on and pick them up like in the Olympics when she broke her ankle.
Could I maybe get a Mark Summers in here?
You can absolutely get a Mark Summers.
Kind of just like hanging around, hoping Stick has a place for him in the video, and he never does.
Yes,
Excellent.
I can absolutely. I can green like that.
Excellent. Okay, well, let's see here. Give me a second. I'm going to score you here. Let's see here. Okay, now I gotta add these up real quick.
Math is not his strong point.
More of an English concentration. So okay, so we have the winner here, but first I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I thought about each one.
All right, feedback is good.
Okay, let's see here. First of all, Michael's, I really dug it. First of all, the fact that you have Stickly going through a midlife crisis is great because most people who were watching Stickly back when it was relevant are midlife right now.
Here we are.
Yeah, they're about that age where they'd be having a midlife crisis. And I also like, the fact you made him a down on his luck hero, so there's a lot to overcome right from the beginning.
Right.
I also love how it incorporates other nostalgic Nick shows and everything because, you're working towards that demo, so it just makes good sense to bring all the other characters in. Stickina in the first season felt a little tacked on. It got kind of like, they're kind of maybe, and then she runs away for like 2 seasons. It seems like maybe they should have been like, okay, maybe we shouldn't be romantic, maybe we should be friends. Then you can get kind of that will they, won't they thing. But she does come back. I love that you're going back to Stick's popsicle origins. It's an area that really hasn't been explored in the previous Stick canon and everything. So, and plus you cast you cast Bryan Cranston, so automatically sold right there. And I also really love, all the guest stars, getting the Muppets in there, gimmick episodes. Like, really, you should be a TV executive, Michael.
Yeah, because that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. The whole plan, perfect. And as for Anne-Marie, as you mentioned, yes, I'm not a big aficionado of reality television, but I understand that a lot of people are, and I understand it's really popular. And the nice thing about it is, versus Michael's grand concept that would involve a lot of location shooting, a bunch of guest stars, this, that, and the other, it's going to be relatively easy to shoot. And, you could probably get a whole season put together in like a month.
Exactly.
Which is great. And like I said, a lot of people like reality, especially the demographic you're trying to hit, which is really good. And I do like that you were willing to bend a little bit and bring Mark Summers on.
I'm flexy.
Yeah, excellent.
Absolutely.
Okay, now as far as the score, I guess I'll show
I
my
love that
screen
there's
here.
scores.
Yeah, let me
in this type
find.
of thing.
Yeah, here I scored these based on 3 factors: creativity, viability, and comedy. As for Michael got 7 in creativity,
Out of 10.
Out of 10,
Yeah.
an 8 in viability, and an 8 in comedy, for a grand total of 23 points. And Anne-Marie got a 5 in creativity, a 10 in viability, just because it was mainly it was.
Oh no, I'm not. I
Yeah,
told you.
okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
My main reasoning with that is just because it was like it was every reality TV show I've ever heard pitched.
Exactly, and you know what? They keep getting made.
Exactly. The viability, I actually gave it a 10 because completely viable. And comedy, 7. And I was being a little kind there.
Whatever.
So the grand totals, Michael got 23 points and Anne-Marie got 22, which makes Michael the winner.
Oh,
Yay,
good
Michael.
job, Michael.
And you did a great job on Stick Tank.
Write to me, Stickly, P.O. Box 963, New York City, New York State, 10108.
One stick.
Coming up next on Nick in the Afternoon.
2 contestants. They'll compete to reboot a nostalgic Nickelodeon icon for a new generation. One will live, one will die. This is Stick Tank.
Do not adjust your computer screen. It's your mind we're changing. Stories set to a theme. Think outside. Universe Box.